Welcome to the third episode of Alan Wake Remastered, and isn't this a thing of beauty? Isn't this delicious?
You're good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for
German
a chance to
wheat
talk
beer,
to
or as we call it, a Deutsches Weizenbier. In German. I do speak German. That's exactly how you order it. If you order it in a restaurant, you need to pronounce it exactly like this. You smash the table, you scream loudly.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
They will love you.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now,
You put it on a newspaper, it's disgusting.
Which is what you're after if you prefer a lure.
Disgusting for the
Now,
table,
if
it's
you want
disgusting for
either
the
trout or
fish.
Salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be.
No, I'm only
relaxing.
fishing for compliments.
You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
Can you stop talking about your stupid fish? I don't care. Have you seen this man? This appeared on the... So it's American where the month comes first. On the 20th... The 20 June. 07. He has a knack for winning contests.
Have a nice day now. Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
When is this? There's a missing cat. Oh, obviously, there's always... Is it a cat? The face looks very strange, like it has a beak. Must be the pattern. Okay, this is where we have to go, to Sarah Barraker. She will break our ass. That's what we want. Oh no, this is where we come from. Yes, sir.
Mr.
I have to
Wake,
explore.
The sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
I know. I need to find my
That was Cynthia
manuscript
Weaver.
pages that
I
for
guess you can call her the town eccentric.
some reason
She
are
used
all
to
over
be
the place.
The editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on other things these days.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Jane's. Oh, here we go. Manuscript page. I knew it.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
Excuse me, I'm just climbing over chairs because I'm insane.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
What does it say? Wash on the top right. Wash. You got to wash
Your
the
phone,
map.
Mr. Wake?
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up.
I got crazy Axeman following
Excuse
me.
I need to take this.
With the light, I make him disappear.
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. for watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back. I couldn't go anywhere yet. I had to play along with the caller. Alice's life was at stake.
He's one of our regulars.
Hey, can you turn the light? The light's on! The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Okay, buddy. Oh, Paige.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
He would? What if he wouldn't?
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Son of a bitch. So we'll go everywhere else first?
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deerfest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting. The big day's almost here.
Alright, radio is not as interesting as listening to the Twilight Show. Or actually watching it. Maybe we can get a few med packs out of here. Oh, just kidding. They're not part of the game.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
There's the hole. I can kung fu.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
You don't want to kidnap my wife. I can tell you this. I don't have
Alice's
one, but if I
driver's
had
license
one,
had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
I wouldn't care how it ended for me, but I would make sure it ended in the worst possible way for you.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Okay, this is suspicious. We can't let this down. We're gonna have to come back here, but now we can't. Need to talk to them first, huh? I hope that that sounded as good as I imagined.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Is she somehow in the story? Do we change reality by writing?
All the damage the Anderson brothers might have
I mean, I played this game, but it was like
caused on their recent regrettable little outing. They are not
10 years
accountable
ago.
for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Oh, that's the weird guy.
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey!
The fuck?
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
What is
No harm
yokel?
done, Sarah.
Is that a Jewish
I'm all
word
right.
or?
I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still
Heard it
stands.
before.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi.
Yokel, an
I thought they were
uneducated
gonna
and
lock you up.
unsophisticated person from the countryside.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript,
Never
I
say you
had
don't
him.
learn anything
The
here.
fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
A yokel.
Oh,
You
wow, I was
yokel,
just
you.
thinking about
You're
you
a
too.
yokel.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
All the doors are forbidden. Forbidden doors. Buck-toothed Charlie. Colombian mammoth. The skeleton of a Colombian mammoth. Mammuthus columbi. The specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998 when the Colombian mammoth became Washington state fossil. Named Buck-toothed Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Why Charlie? Hey, what's up, Charlie? I mean, okay, it's not very... What's up? Bones of Charlie. Bones and teeth of Charlie. Because the rest is gone. The rest of Charlie has disappeared.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
Look at how much
everything
taller
just
it
what
is.
It sounds like when you say stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
This bear is huge, and even much smaller bears, if they hit you on the head with their claws, with their paws, it breaks your skull. You're instantly dead. Those animals, don't stay around and take pictures of them. That's what extremely stupid people do. You move away from them slowly, preferably looking at them slowly backwards, and then at a certain distance you can turn. Don't go fast. It will wake their chasing instinct. They will chase after you, and then it's really bad because they're way faster than you. They're not fluffy little teddy bears. Very different. The reality is not, they're not teddy bears.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Oh.
Hey, Rusty, right? You're right,
Goldie.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd
Golden
shake your hand,
Retriever.
but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just
Does
across
your-
from Bucktooth Charlie.
Does your dog
sure.
bite?
What happened?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes.
I mean, that would
Well,
have
at
broken
least
some
Max is
bones.
gonna be okay. He got lucky. Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's
Okay,
on the
I got
desk
it.
across from the mammoth
Yes,
skillet.
Commander. Getting it. The form from the desk.
Just go
Which
and
desk?
meet a
This desk?
kidnapper? Those situations always end up in disaster.
Sign the form.
You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole
I have a very special signature. I put a little bit of ink on my asshole, and then I take the
You gotta
paper
understand how
and I
crazy
make
all this
this.
sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working.
You know, it's like
Laugh on
the
Barry.
fingerprint
Well, you
signature,
had me
but with
going
my
there
ass.
Real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Imagine if that was a common thing. It was so common, people wouldn't even question it. Excuse me, sir, your signature, please. Oh, yes, of course. Oh.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy
Aw.
walk. Nice spot, too.
Little woofy. Little woofer man.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that. Oh, and hey, if you take a walk in the woods, watch your steps so you don't end up like Max.
I'm gonna pet the
I
dog.
guess I'm a little worried. We got a bunch of campers out there we haven't heard from. It's not like these people are on a schedule, but with the traps, well, you know, I just don't want any trouble.
Okay, are you done?
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went thin air.
I'm sorry, I can't listen right now.
A guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms.
Bye.
That's just crazy talk, Al.
Oh, he's still complaining.
Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
The cavalry, and then he actually calls the cavalry. They're coming in on horses.
Just
On
be careful
horseback.
with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
The yokels, the uneducated, unsophisticated buffoons. We like the lights on. We do like them on. The yokels. All right, let's go deal with the yokels. The yokels, oh, the yokels. Shoo-be-doop-doop-doop. This is actually this is an awesome area. You're like surrounded by mountaintops. Beautiful scenery. I imagine you can like slow down here, you know, slow down the stressful life.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way.
We're gonna get attacked really soon. Look, he has already the gun out.
he'd never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Oh.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
I mean, he has a gun, right? Look at the light. It's so weird. It's such a small little cone of light. I mean, I have a really good flashlight with 1,000 lumen, and then you can move the top up and down. If you move it completely up, it turns into a focused cone. Oh wait, there's some light around it. Never mind. It's not just the cone. Never mind. I never said anything. You must be imagining things. Because you're crazy. You're cray-cray. Visitor center. Okay, that didn't scare me. Check this building out here. Little house. Our house. In the middle of the road. Shoop, shoop. Shoopy doopy doopy doo.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc.
Everyone has ammo in there.
My plan?
Wardrobe.
Sound a lot more organized.
What the fuck? I saw this guy. There's a guy outside. I love this kind of stuff. It's fucking awesome. I love when horror games do this. The environment, they make it creepy. They make like shit you see for a second and you're like, wait, was that really there? I love when horror games do this. This is really good. Atmosphere is underrated. Those 24/7 jump scares are just annoying, not horror-y. Horror-y. Horror-y? Horror-ish. Horror-ish. So, we have to go this way. I would like to see another episode of, what is it called? The Twilight Zone. No, that's what it actually was called in real life. Forgot what it's called in the game. And the TVs that turn on when you walk past them, that's a sign you've got the cray-crays. That you have gone insane. That you're a nutter job. Dom Perignon. I think the Dom Perignon is most expensive champagne in the world. Yes.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs.
I wish I could zoom in more.
The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that?
Had it coming.
Normal. Took your kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face.
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Night Springs. The mystery of the mystery. Good night. Oh shit. Birds. Or as they used to say, burbs. Barbs. Sweet but Jesus. This is the camping trail?
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
So we are right. We wrote. No, we're not writing. We wrote the book. And then everything happened like in the book. I remember this from playing this the first time. I mean, I don't remember much, but... Yep. I'm not sure if this was how it turned out to actually be in the end. But for now, we'll just go with that.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck Hollywood magic. It's not magic, it's more like sickness. Sickness of the mind. Oh, the shit! Oh, the shit!
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Rusty, damn.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
All the lights went out.
Help me!
Who calls his son Rusty? Yeah, I have a son. I have a boy. It's a boy. I'm calling him Rusty. Why don't you call him Krusty? Oh, Krusty the Clown. He must be in here.
Somebody.
Okay, let's check out this quick. We'll find a little secret or something. Well, something. Find nothing.
The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
Hello? Back here. I'm back here. Hey, please help me. I'm here.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Why can't we let the dog out? I'm sure it would be helpful, right? Worst case, it gets killed for us. Which is better than us getting killed. This is like... Why do you put the dog in a cage, man? And that is a lot of blood. Holy shit. I don't think you'd survive losing all that blood. So get the lights, but where do we get the lights? On here? Wait, here? So we can't get through the kitchen. We can't get out over here. Maybe it's in the lodge, right?
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on. The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
The roster, man.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Safe and sound.
I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
Go, 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 go!
The
Son
ground
of
was
a
covered
pig.
with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
No, not the dog.
Hunters need hunting licenses.
Screw you, sir. And the axe you rode in on. I swear if they killed the doggo...
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Don't feed the animals.
Who is talking?
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a park fishing license. Obey
the park ranger's instructions
at all times. Rusty,
No, the lumberjack and I'm
two bears and wolves never approach any other wildlife closer than
25 yards.
pets must be leashed.
At all times.
Never leave your pet
unattended.
It is against the law to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park grounds.
Insanity.
This includes even rocks you may or even simple berries.
You're gonna hunt him down. What the hell? You hit me faster than... The exit opens. Ow! That was my noggin. My noggin. Go, 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 go. Drop hazard. Yeah, let's just go over there. It's fault over there like this and whoop. And then yeah. It's a drop hazard. I didn't think that thing would react.
What? What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Especially not me. Lovers speak. Love is in the air.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Okay, that sucks.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
The Lover's Peak. Imagine if they made the peak and they called it Haters Peak. It's only for haters. Sorry, sir. Only people that hate each other can go there. It's meant for haters. Shit. Excuse me, excuse me. How many? I should have gone up here first. I wanted to explore this floor first. First! I want to explore this first. Go this way or the other way? Alright, now please stand next to each other. Oh wait, what? My shotgun is gone. Which way do we go? This way or over the bridge? I'm very confused. Moonshine Cave. Site of frequent bootlegger activity. Through the Prohibition, it was mostly used for temporary storage of alcohol smuggled from Canada. Well, isn't that fantastic? Oh, shotgun. This was the right way to go. Grabbing some extra loot. Some extra loot for the boot. For the bootay. Dogs must be leashed at all times. Even my wonder dog. Do not feed wildlife.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Barry liked them insane. With axes in their hands. Look, he switched to the flare gun again on his own. Ah shit, we're gonna get incoming here, huh? And the 3, and the 1, and the 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll reach a Lover's Peak. I'll reach Hater's Peak. Oh shit! Excuse me, sir, but Wait, what the fuck? He just charges me. No! You died again. Oh, shit. Son of a bish, son of a bish, son of a bash. I got him. I got him. You got the heavy. Whatever the fuck you want to call him. Go, 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 go. The great tree, the great old one, felled by lightning. This exceptional tall Rocky Mountain Douglas fir, Pseudotsuga mentiesi subspace glacia, was over 200 years old. According to local legends, it stretched beyond the stars. Oh, I'm sure it did. After it fell, it was measured to be 66 meters tall, nearly a record length. It reached all the way up to the stars. Not really. Ah, for fuck's sake. I need to leave here fast. Oh yo. They're just faster than me. Who is this fucking guy? Run, run. You can make it. Oh my fucking... Oh, he's at least he can throw them against the trees, right? It's not normal in all games. Sometimes they just go through the trees and still hit you, which is pretty horrible. Do we have a page to collect? Excuse me, sir. Reloading. Excuse me. There you go. Have a good one. And with have a good one, I mean have a bad one. Have a really, really bad one. Have the worst one in existence. Not just the world, but in existence. All right, I'm not gonna search any further. Let's just get the feck. Ow! The feck out of here. Excuse me. Oh shit! They turned off the light. Ah! What? I can't aim at them. I tried to turn around. I pointed at them with the light. I tried to turn around. They just didn't do it. Oh, hi guys. The controls are not gonna work for a second. I hope you're okay with it. Whoops, you're dead, and it was your fault. Listen, it was not my fault. Shit. It was your fault. And I'm not even joking. I'm honest. This is so infuriating. This guy, what is he? Chain smoker? Does he smoke like 50 cigarettes a day so he can't run? He can't outrun a few fucking zombie guys? Here, suck on this, Billy. Yeah? You like it? I hope you loved it. We got them loser. Oh, it's the old one, the great old one. Let me read this shit again while the timer counts down and then the assholes are back. Ay, hoya, hoya, hoya. You shit! Magic! Son of an asshole. I mean a literal asshole, like a ring that's between the butt cheeks. He got squeezed out and he called him daddy. I don't know why. Seems pretty insane to me, but... Spawning asshole. I can't even go to this thing. Thanks for hanging out. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.